Hey guys, Caleb's Cards here, coming at you with a TTM mail recap for you. This is actually going to be like, I think it's 2 weeks worth of mail, because I was lazy and didn't get one done last week. But this will finish up the rest of what I had in the pile of mail from after vacation, all this stuff, and just didn't get to. And then a few that came in from the weeks prior. So I will try not to waste too much time and just get into it. And hopefully I haven't shown all these yet. And these will all be new. So let's see here. This first one. This is coming through Scott Masters. They are all signed cards. Not all are signed, but he got them from Normandy, so these are from Scott. He was at the 80th anniversary, or maybe Henry was, and he sent them. I'm not sure. So we got Connie Palacios. We got Reynolds Tomter. That is signed on the back. So these are pretty cool. Vaughn Collicott. Henry Armstrong. He did get that one signed. Henry Kolnick. That one is signed. So we can read at a later date. We can read their stories. Robert Tedesco. That one isn't signed. Steve Uhas. Also not signed. But they're still cool nonetheless. You can still read about them. James O'Brien. Frank Perry. And maybe we can find addresses and maybe we can send these to him too. If they're not Vernon Mitchell. So a few signed. And then, yeah, that's the note from Scott. So thank you so much, Scott, for that. Scott Masters. He's a professor in Toronto, Canada. And he teaches history and has been trying to reach out to as many, mainly World War II veterans, but as many veterans as possible to get their stories on film and to be able to show the younger generation and us who are interested their stories. So it's always really cool. So I've been trying to help him get addresses and more context for more people. So. All right, next up. This is one of my favorite Rockies back in the day. And he burst on the scene. He was pretty good when he came up 2012, I think. The Rockies were absolutely terrible. And they called him up like straight from like AA. And he made an immediate impact. The league started to catch up to him towards the end. But Josh Rutledge, so pretty cool. He signed the Topps Heritage card. And his signature really hasn't changed since whenever the Topps used that signature. And then he included a couple, or he didn't include, I put these. And he put God Bless inscriptions on there. It's very cool. Josh Rutledge, he was one of my favorite Rockies during that 2012 to 2014 time. Back when we were like, we might have been better than we are now, but they were just bad. But he was good. Then we got Bruce Bochy. It's on a 79 Topps. That's from Mike Kane, so you might recognize his, or he might recognize his there. We got Lenny Harris. I was excited to send it to him because never saw him sign. And that was sent to, I think he's coaching a minor league team or something. We got Kevin Gogan, offensive line for the Cowboys, and then he switched sides to their rivals, the 49ers. How dare he, right? So yeah, Kevin Gogan. I like how he's signed in red too. Looks kind of cool. We got Danny Noonan, defensive tackle, the Cowboys, early 90s there. Danny Noonan. This one's from Phoenix. We did write a note. I haven't looked at that yet. Oh. It said congrats and wishing you the best success and thanks for sending this kind note. And I can't show it because it would give away my plans. And there's certain people who are watching that they can't know the plans. They know who they are, but John Fina, offensive tackle for the Buffalo Bills for a number of seasons. And I had several cards of his. I've never sent to him before, ever. And yeah, sent all those. And this was a failure. Came back, no note or anything. Tried to send to Randall Hill. And yeah, so bummer. Well, actually, we're not going to put those up. He didn't decide. I was kind of bummed about that one. We got Paul Kilgus. This would have been for the Battle of the Decades contest, but I don't think it came in time. Or it came from Mike Kane. That is also another possibility. Can't remember. This was for the Battle of the Decades. Gary Allenson. Took a while, but he did sign 82, 83 Donruss, 84 Topps, and the 91 Senior League. So pretty much I sent him all the cards I had of him at the time. We got a few more cards here. We got Jason Starofsky. So 291 Stadium Clubs and 290 scores. It's very cool. Then there's a few other cards in here. And it goes into more like photos. We got Mitch Leiden. I think this starts to get into last week. We do have an RTS. This actually came in the USPS body bag. Marvin Cobb, tried to send to him, did not work. And Marvin Cobb is this guy right here. So those will just go back in the binder, I guess. We got Mike Dimmel. We had a cup of coffee with the Orioles. We have Dave Cristione, who also had a cup of coffee with the Orioles, 77. And then a couple other teams there. He also wrote good luck on the envelope, back in the envelope. This was out for a while. This is Brent Johnson, former St. Louis Blues goalie. I found this cool card from Atomic 2003. Thought it'd be cool to send out. It's not in the greatest of shape, and it's probably even worse since I sent it out, but I thought it looked cool, and it does. This one is something I don't normally do. I send email requests, but sometimes I send what is called an LOR, so letter of request. So when you don't have something to send to somebody, or maybe they don't sign photos that are sent in, but they'll send photos. This person wasn't sure if they signed photos that came in, but I did send a self-addressed envelope, and of course my envelope with the letter asking if I could request a signed photo, because he already has them. But this is Judge Frank Caprio, and you may have seen on YouTube, he has a Cotton Providence, which kind of went viral during the COVID years. People are looking for stuff to watch, but he just seems like a pretty nice, genuine person. He also, I believe, is a Korean War veteran. He's up there in his 80s. He might be a Vietnam veteran, but I think he was Korean War era. So he adds to the kind of the political, celebrity / military collection. So, and then I'm hoping to get Judge Judy back soon. So I also sent to her the same day. That's someone I've never gotten before. Then this is pretty cool. This is a Colorado legend. She was featured in the Sports Card Illustrated kids, like little cards in the magazines that you could get back in like the 90s and 2000s. This is Lynn Hill. She's from Boulder. She's a rock climbing legend, and she signed a couple photos. I thought this was really cool. That's kind of cool too with the sunrise. But and then she also included a couple extra photos of her own. So it's really cool. It's just amazing how you can even climb up that. And that's got to be hot too. So yeah, pretty awesome. Then I was showing the guys on the Discord the Bible study that we chose to do Discord through. Tim Matheson. This was out for a while, and he wasn't an episode of Psych, so I couldn't find the actual screenshot of what he was in. I used to remember it, but I can't remember now when I sent. But so I got just like a DVD cover kind of thing, print out, sign, and then him. So that was pretty cool. So that adds to the Psych PC. He was also, as we were discussing, he was in Burn Notice, so that kind of adds to that kind of PC as well, because I am a fan of Burn Notice, so it's pretty cool. We got Gail Goodrich, and this is a photo from my graveyard of photos, as I call it. So he is one per for free, I believe, and then the rest you got to pay for if you want more. And he didn't sign the photo in the past, so I just had it sit in an envelope and wanted to send it out. This card's pretty cool. This is a Tops Now card signed by the Beekeeper, the Bee Man, Matt Hilton from the Arizona Diamondbacks. He kind of went viral there beginning of the season. This card came from Cora, who was an old co-worker of mine from Lowe's, and it was a little thank you for when I left the company. Just a little thank you from her for showing her the ropes and all that stuff, and just being a good coworker. So I appreciate Cora sending me this card and giving it to me, and I already got signed. It took like 7 or 8 days, so super fast. So that was pretty cool. Next up, we got Pete Metzelaars, who we got twice in the same day, but I had sent at separate times. Isaiah 40:31 inscription there. I think is that the we will mount up with wings as eagles? Might be. And then also the same inscriptions on the cards. But these are all sent at different times. And I did not realize he had played for the Lions until I saw this card and had to send it. So kind of different. And we're almost done. Next up, we got Sunid Fairley, who included an extra and a nice note. She's playing in the Women's Soccer League. So she signed a couple photos, included one of her own cards from Parkside, so that's very cool. And she's included a really nice note. So thank you, Miss Sunid. Really appreciate that. It's very cool of you. I'll have to see if I can send her a little thank you note or a thank you on Instagram or something. If she's got social media, I'm not sure. Here's another one from my graveyard of photos. This is Haley Deegan. I saw that she was kind of signing again. She signed up with a new racing team, and I was like, well, maybe the address will work, and it did. And I think the Long Chuck signatures also got back from her too. I saw he sent to her, so I was like, you know what? If Landon sent them to him, probably means he's done his research, and they're probably signed it. So I followed suit, and sure enough, there it is. And lastly, for the ones that I've opened at least, we have an Olympic rower. Got Miss Megan Calmo, who signed a couple photos. Might be a little hard to see in that one. She might still be, I think she's still active, so she's probably going to be at the Olympic Games right now, to be quite honest. And then we got from 2012, sent a couple extra cards, so that's really cool. So we'll have to try and contact her and give her a little thank you. So that's it that I've opened. I do have 3 here, and then I also got a box from Megan TT Hobbies. I don't know if I'll show that. I definitely won't have time to show that in this video. I might just open it just to see, get it ready, and if it's something that she's okay with me doing a video on, I can do a separate video. But probably just show these. So okay, so let's open these up. This first one, I think this must be probably a email, because I don't recognize the address, and I don't type my name. So let's open this. It's from Spring Hill, Tennessee. It's from Author Books / Rogan. I'm not sure. Oh, okay. This is the senator, former senator / congressman. Yeah, congressman, that I sent an email to, and they said that they liked my email, and he was appreciative of the Bible verses and the note, and he wanted to send something my way. So I just asked for permission if I could either send, or if he wanted to send something, and he did. So this is James E. Rogan, politician I've never sent to before. It says, "Dear Caleb Craig, I enclose signed plates for each of my published books. I'm pleased to add to your collection. They come with my best wishes." So we can purchase his book if we'd like, and we can stick it in there. So Catching Our Flag, Behind the Scenes, the Presidential Impeachment. So that's the Clinton impeachment. He was the House manager. And then I Met, Stories of Growing Up, Meeting Famous People, and Annoying the heck out of them. Oh, there's a whole bunch. Shaking Hands with History, My Encounters with the Famous, the Infamous, and the Once Famous but Now Forgotten. So he's got a lot of stories. The Notes, A Researcher's Guide on to Chicago in the 68 presidential campaign. There's On to Chicago, Rediscovering Robert F. Kennedy, the Lost Campaign of 68. Rough Edges, My Unlikely Road from Welfare to Washington. And then he included a signed bookmark. Oh, and another book plate. Look, Mom, I'm a congressman. Another shames are brought on my family. So that's pretty cool. I'll have to send him a thank you email. I did mention that I was going to do so. That's pretty funny. Let's leave that one up. So let me set that aside so I do remember. So yeah, that was an email. And this one should be also another senator. It's from Washington, D.C. This is not a... Uh-oh, is there no picture in here? Oh, maybe there is. No, there's not. Oh. It is the senator. This is Elizabeth Dole. She did write a note. It says she's unable to write on the paper with my pictures. So I guess legal reasons, maybe, I'm not sure. So sorry, but with more respect, but we did get her autograph down below. So I mean, that does count. That's all right. And she highlighted the John 3:16 and John 14:6 as some of her favorites. That's very cool. So I'm glad, though, it was still an encouragement. We do have at least a signed letter there. And then this one's from Santa Barbara. This was sent in May. Let's see who this is. Looks like she just signed one. Maybe she's a one per, I don't know, or maybe I goofed up and sent her the wrong photo. That is entirely possible. This is Sharon Olivia Clark, a model and actress from the 60s and 70s. I guess she also posed for Playboy, but I don't collect that stuff, so you don't have to worry about that. But she was in other things before that. So, but she didn't sign this one, so don't know. But that's kind of a cool photo, very colorful. So yeah. So yeah, that is the TTMs that gets us all caught up. I do hope you guys enjoyed. I definitely have to say probably my favorite was the Josh Rutledge out of oh, he's all buried out back here somewhere. He's in there somewhere. But definitely yeah, Josh Rutledge is probably the favorite. So so yeah, that's pretty cool. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it, and hope you all have a great rest of your day, great Sunday, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.